Maar eerst opmerkelijke onthulling in de vermissingszaak van Natalee Holloway.
Aruba became breaking world news in 2005 when an 18-year-old American girl disappeared without a trace. She is still missing, and since her disappearance, silence has surrounded the case. However, that changes tonight with the remarkable story of former Chief in Police Gerald Domper, who 2 years later now says that he has been frustrated systematically by the FBI. Furthermore, there are statements of other people who were in the inner circle of the Holloway family for a while. These are statements about mysterious events right after the disappearance of Natalee and about the part Natalee's mother, Beth Twitty. But first, here are the facts. For 2 years now, the blonde American schoolgirl Natalee Holloway has been missing, and she still has not been found.
En nog steeds is ze niet gevonden. We gaan 2 jaar terug in de tijd. 30 mei.
We go back in time to May 30th, 2005, when after her vacation on Aruba, Natalee disappeared. Very early after her disappearance, Natalee's mother arrived and started searching for her daughter. Quite soon, 3 boys were arrested. One of them is Jorn van der Sloot. Beth was very frustrated when the boys were released for lack of evidence. She visited the boys and interrogated them for 2 hours.
What are you expecting today? Good morning.
De druk vanuit Amerika wordt steeds groter.
Pressure from the United States increased because, according to them, Aruba was by no means doing everything possible to solve the case. Alabama wanted to boycott Aruba. Many rumors circulated regarding Natalee's disappearance, including one that claimed that she was drunk and drugged the evening of her disappearance. According to Beth, these were very bad lies.
She is a victim. She is. This was not a trial with drugs or alcohol. Absolutely, absolutely no way.
But is Beth's story correct? She claims that Natalee was the victim of a brutal rapist and that she, Beth, a desperate mother, who does not know where her daughter is.
Where is the truth? I mean, we're all sitting here waiting. From the United States, the Arubian citizens, we're all sitting here waiting on the truth. And I truly, truly believe that with my strong faith and trust in God, that we will get the truth.
Yes, but what is the truth? And what part did she play? She was hanging on in such an extreme way, yet she disapproves of the investigation, harasses Joran, and even asked TV psychologist Dr. Phil for help.
Correspondent Renee Gillen interviewed people who were in the inner circle of the family in Aruba, and they suggest a different kind of Beth and raise many questions. For example, why did Beth conceal an important tip about the possible whereabouts of Natalee, and why did she secretly order a medjet to come to Aruba as quickly as possible? And then there is the story of former Chief in Police Gerald Domper. He was the chief of the investigation for many months, but was frustrated systematically and even threatened by the FBI. Watch the following coverage of Renee Gillen and Ari Reineveld.
They had told us was that she just didn't want to return. So the plan was to go into the house, to pay the money, to get Natalee, and of course we knew that the medjet plane was already waiting, and we had a route to get to the airport so that she could leave right away, immediately, and not have to be questioned by the authorities, not have anything to do with the police.
2 years after Natalee disappeared, Julia Renfro tells her story. It is a statement that shows the case in a completely different way. 2 days after Natalie's disappearance, Julia meets Beth. For 2 weeks, she is one of Beth's confidants. Soon after Natalee disappears, a medjet secretly arrives at Aruba's private jet airport.
Her parents had coordinated a medical plane to come to Aruba and to basically take her back to Alabama where she could be treated if something had happened to her.
Nobody knows about anything about the medjet, neither the authorities nor the police. It had to be kept secret, says Renfro. Natalee's mother knows that at the moment her daughter is still alive, Julia says.
The oddest part about that plane was this plane arrived without any acknowledgement of the governments who was participating in this search. There wasn't any acknowledgement made to the local authorities, to the police. The police did not even know that the plane had been on the island.
Natalee's mother knows that at the moment her daughter is still alive. She probably stayed in the crack house on the island, but nobody was allowed to know this. She wants to leave the island unnoticed. Angela Di Lorenzo, like Julia, one of the confidants of the Holloway family, confirmed this, but she does not want to be filmed.
She said, if you could please do me a favor, after you find Natalee, please cover her up and bring her to the med jet. We'll take good care of you, and they're already awaiting her at the airport.
We look for more statements in this case and we find Alberto G. He was the manager of the private jet airport at the time when the med jet was on Aruba.